There are several potential reasons for concern regarding the placement of electrical panels near geothermal lines. Firstly, water can conduct electricity. If there is a leak in the geothermal lines, it could create a hazard by allowing current to travel to the electrical panels. Secondly, exposure to moisture can accelerate corrosion on electrical components, potentially reducing their lifespan and reliability. Thirdly, some municipalities or counties may have specific regulations regarding the installation of electrical panels in proximity to water lines, even if they are buried. While there is no specific code that explicitly prohibits the installation of electrical panels near water lines, several codes address electrical safety and hazards related to water. National Electrical Code Article 110.26 requires electrical equipment to be installed to prevent electrical shock or fire hazards. National Electrical Code Article 404.9b prohibits the installation of switchboards and panel boards in wet locations. If the geothermal lines are buried underground, one possible solution is to install a protective barrier, such as a concrete slab or metal plate, between the lines and the electrical panels to prevent water ingress. If the electrical panels cannot be shielded adequately, another solution is to relocate them to a different area of the mechanical closet. It's crucial to contact the inspector as soon as possible to discuss their concerns and determine the specific requirements for the situation. They may allow for an exception or provide alternative solutions if you can demonstrate that the installation meets safety and code standards. Ensure that the geothermal lines are installed properly and securely to minimize the risk of leaks. Consider installing a water leak detection system to alert you of any potential issues. Regularly inspect the electrical panels and geothermal lines for signs of damage or water exposure. Electrical panels must be protected from environmental factors that could compromise their safe operation. Water intrusion is a significant concern as it can lead to corrosion of electrical components, short circuits, and an increased risk of electrical shock. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides guidelines aimed at minimizing these risks. Article 110.26 outlines requirements for working space around electrical equipment, emphasizing the need for sufficient access and clear pathways to ensure safe operation and maintenance. While this article doesn't directly address proximity to water lines, it underscores the importance of a safe and accessible environment, which is indirectly related to preventing water-related hazards. Article 404.9b specifically prohibits installing switchboards and panel boards in damp or wet locations. This requirement is a direct response to the dangers posed by moisture. The NEC defines a wet location as an area subject to saturation with water or other liquids, and unprotected panels in such locations would clearly violate this code. A damp location is defined as a location protected from weather and not subject to saturation with water or other liquids, but subject to moderate degrees of moisture. Even in damp locations, precautions should be taken to protect electrical equipment. The concern isn't merely about direct contact with water, but also about humidity and condensation, which can lead to corrosion over time. Several factors should be considered when evaluating the placement of electrical panels near geothermal lines. The type of piping used for the geothermal system is relevant. If the lines are constructed of non-conductive materials and are properly sealed, the risk of electrical conductivity in the event of a leak is reduced. However, even non-conductive pipes can leak, and the presence of any moisture near electrical equipment is generally undesirable. The physical separation between the panels and the lines is another critical factor. Greater distance reduces the likelihood of water reaching the panels in the event of a leak. The presence of any barriers or shielding can also provide additional protection. For example, a concrete wall or a waterproof membrane could prevent water from reaching the panels. Regular inspections are essential for identifying potential problems before they escalate. Look for signs of water damage, such as rust or corrosion, on the panels and related equipment. A water leak detection system can provide an early warning of any leaks in the geothermal system, allowing for prompt corrective action. Ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, are designed to protect against electrical shock by detecting current leakage. Installing GFCIs on circuits serving outlets near the panels can provide an additional layer of safety. GFCI breakers can protect the whole electrical panel as well. Proper grounding is crucial for electrical safety. Ensure that the electrical panels are properly grounded to provide a path for fault current to flow back to the source, tripping a circuit breaker or fuse and preventing electrical shock. Local codes and regulations may have specific requirements regarding the installation of electrical panels near water lines. Always consult with local building officials and electrical inspectors to ensure compliance with all applicable codes. When choosing a location for electrical panels, consider the overall environment and potential risks. Avoid areas that are prone to flooding or moisture. Ensure adequate ventilation to prevent condensation. If possible, locate the panels in a separate room or closet away from potential sources of water. In situations where electrical panels must be located near geothermal lines, several mitigation strategies can be employed. Shielding the panels with a waterproof barrier can provide protection against water intrusion. Using corrosion-resistant materials for the panels and related components can extend their lifespan and improve their reliability. Implementing a comprehensive maintenance program that includes regular inspections and testing can help identify and address potential problems before they become serious. The National Electrical Code serves as a foundational standard for electrical safety in the United States. Adherence to its provisions is essential for minimizing the risk of electrical hazards. However, local codes and regulations may impose additional requirements that are more stringent than the NEC. Always consult with local authorities to ensure compliance with all applicable codes. Electrical work should only be performed by qualified and licensed electricians. Attempting to perform electrical work without the necessary training and experience can be dangerous and may violate local codes. A qualified electrician can assess the specific circumstances of the installation and recommend appropriate safety measures. The goal is to minimize the risk of electrical shock, fire, and equipment damage. This requires a multifaceted approach that includes proper planning, careful installation, regular maintenance, and adherence to all applicable codes and regulations. Ensuring the safety and reliability of electrical systems requires a thorough understanding of the potential hazards involved and a commitment to implementing appropriate safety measures. The National Electrical Code is updated every 3 years to reflect changes in technology and best practices. Staying informed about the latest revisions to the NEC is essential for ensuring compliance and maintaining electrical safety. Consider attending training courses or seminars to stay up to date on the latest developments in electrical safety. Continuously evaluate and improve safety practices to minimize the risk of electrical hazards. This includes reviewing past incidents, identifying potential weaknesses in the system, and implementing corrective actions. The principles of electrical safety are universal and apply to all types of electrical installations, regardless of size or complexity. By adhering to these principles, you can create a safe and reliable electrical environment for yourself, your family, and your community. Water and electricity do not mix. Always take precautions to prevent water from coming into contact with electrical equipment. If water does come into contact with electrical equipment, immediately disconnect the power and contact a qualified electrician. Electricity is a powerful force that can be dangerous if not handled properly. Always respect electricity and take precautions to protect yourself and others from electrical hazards. Electrical safety is everyone's responsibility. By working together, we can create a safe and reliable electrical environment for all. Understanding the principles of electrical safety is essential for anyone who works with or around electricity. This knowledge can help you identify potential hazards and take steps to prevent accidents. Proper grounding is a critical component of electrical safety. Grounding provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, tripping a circuit breaker or fuse and preventing electrical shock. Always ensure that electrical equipment is properly grounded. Ground fault circuit interrupters are designed to protect against electrical shock by detecting current leakage. GFCIs are required in many locations such as bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor areas. Always test GFCIs regularly to ensure that they are working properly. Arc fault circuit interrupters are designed to protect against fires caused by electrical arcing. Size are required in many locations, such as bedrooms and living rooms. Always test size regularly to ensure that they are working properly. Surge protectors are designed to protect electrical equipment from voltage spikes. Surge protectors are recommended for sensitive electronic equipment such as computers, televisions, and stereos. Always use surge protectors to protect your electronic equipment. Extension cords should only be used temporarily. Avoid using extension cords as a permanent wiring solution. If you need to extend a circuit, have a qualified electrician install a new outlet. Overloading circuits can cause fires. Avoid plugging too many devices into a single circuit. If you need to add more devices, have a qualified electrician install a new circuit. Damaged electrical cords can be dangerous. Replace damaged electrical cords immediately. Never attempt to repair a damaged electrical cord yourself. Working on electrical equipment can be dangerous. Always disconnect the power before working on electrical equipment. If you are not comfortable working on electrical equipment, contact a qualified electrician. Electrical fires can be very dangerous. If you have an electrical fire, evacuate the building immediately and call the fire department. The National Electrical Code provides detailed requirements for electrical installations. Adhering to the NEC is essential for ensuring electrical safety. Always consult the NEC before performing any electrical work. Local codes and regulations may have specific requirements for electrical installations. Always check with your local building department to ensure compliance with all applicable codes. A qualified electrician can provide expert advice on electrical safety. If you have any questions about electrical safety, contact a qualified electrician. Electrical safety is a continuous process. Stay informed about the latest developments in electrical safety and always take precautions to protect yourself and others from electrical hazard. The electrical systems are complex and require careful planning and installation. A qualified electrician can help you design and install a safe and reliable electrical system. Regular maintenance is essential for ensuring the safety and reliability of electrical systems. Schedule regular inspections and testing to identify potential problems before they escalate. Electricity is a valuable resource, but it can also be dangerous. By following these safety tips, you can help protect yourself and others from electrical hazards. Always be aware of your surroundings and take precautions to avoid electrical contact. Never touch electrical equipment with wet hands. Avoid using electrical appliances near water. Be careful when working around overhead power lines. Stay away from downed power lines. If you see a downed power line, call the power company immediately. Electrical safety is a shared responsibility. By working together, we can create a safe and reliable electrical environment for all.